Okay, guys, congratulations to the Packers. That's an excellent football team. Pretty self-explanatory, kind of a lot of the same narratives. We've turned the ball over too many times. You can't get behind against a good football team like that. I do love the way that our guys continue to battle. We're going to continue to learn from these things. That's the only thing that you can do, but we've got to stop with some of these self-inflicted wounds, and that's going to continue to be a focus and concentration for us, and then expect to start to see some results, and that's what we've got to be able to see.
Before we say back to the game today, a report from the scan came out that said Stafford is dealing with quote, chronic back pain. His health is an issue, arm pain. Were you able to corroborate any of that on in terms of how he's feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, you have to talk to him about that. He's worked through. It hasn't really been the only time that he was limited with a practice routine was when he was on the injury report a few weeks back. He's a really tough competitor. Like I've mentioned before, Jordan, there's a lot of guys that work through a lot of different things. At this point in the season, I don't know whoever is really totally healthy. He's a tough guy. He's battling through things. It hasn't limited the way that we prepare during the course of the week. But there's a lot of guys that get treatment for a bunch of different various things, and that's where I'll leave that.
What would you say the reasoning in terms of his play? 6 turnovers in the last 3 games. What would you say the reasoning for that is?
Yeah, I mean, there's a narrative behind every single one of them. I thought he did a lot of really good things today. It was a nice job on the one interception. Douglas kind of played a little bit deep to short when we had kind of a high-low concept. Jumped in front of Cooper right there and made a nice play. And then he got hit on the one. But there was a lot of good things that he did as well.
Special teams has seemed to be a trouble area for you guys throughout the season. What needs to happen there for that group to kind of finally come
Yeah, I thought we had some good momentum. You end up getting the turnover on the punt coverage, but we can't put the ball on the ground. There's a lot of things that we can clean up. We're a team. We're going to stay connected. We want to just focus on the things that we can control. And when you say something like that, I know that, that's a really broad picture. There's a lot of different phases in the kicking game. I've seen some improvements in some other areas, but if it was just one all-encompassing thing, it's an easy fix. There's a lot of different things, and that's what makes football such a challenging game. There's 22 moving parts on every single snap. We've got to do a better job with our 11, putting them in good positions, and then our players ultimately have to be able to go out and execute, and that's what we focus on, and that's what our weekly rhythm and our approach and our process is going to be trying to be in alignment with. It's just a cleaner overall operation. Otherwise, it'll be a challenge for us if we can't overcome some of the mistakes and some of the self-inflicted wounds.
Time of possession was almost 2-1.
Yep.
How concerned are you?
I think the third downs, we've got to be better, Kurt, about sustaining drives, but there are some explosives, so it's a give and take. You have to kind of take in the totality of it, but we do have to do a better job of being able to sustain drives. But then again, if you end up hitting somebody for a 79-yard touchdown, you're going to be on and off the grass quickly. I want to just see more efficient ball control, or really where you're moving the ball and you're coming away with points. If you do have an explosive drive that results in them having a little bit more possession, that's one thing, but the totality of the game, we got to do a better job of sustaining drives, not putting our defense back out on the grass as quickly as we did on a handful of occasions.
Hey, Sean, you said that the team played hard, obviously.
Yep.
But with 3 losses in a row, are you concerned that all your goals for this season could spin out of control?
Absolutely not. No, because there's still 6 games left. For us, the only thing that we can do is really just get ourselves back in alignment and have a good week of preparation and try to get back on track against the Jaguars. We got 6 left for sure. That's a lot of football, and this story isn't written yet. We've got the pen, and we've got to make sure that we do a great job of controlling what we can control. We're going through a little bit of adversity right now. There's a lot of teams, when you look at the totality of the season, I know I keep saying that word totality because it is something that you got to be able to focus on. We've got 11 games. We're guaranteed 17 right now, and so we've got to do a great job with the 6 remaining games that we have. You can't minimize and look over the things that we haven't done a good enough job. We're going to continue to attack that with a solution-oriented mindset, and that's what we'll do.
Sean, in the last 3 games, Stafford's mistakes have led to 14 points. You in the past have not hesitated at a certain point to call out your quarterback
Yeah.
and say he needs to play better. At what point do you do that? with Stafford?
What do you listen? This is a team game, all right. I'm not interested in revisiting the past and some of the things that haven't always gone the way that we wanted to. There's a lot of different snaps. There's a lot of things that he's done at a high level. When you want to just isolate those individual plays, of course we want to be able to play better. It's not always exclusively on him. And so, we got a guy that's got great ownership. I got great confidence in this guy, and I'm not going to sit here and criticize our players. I'm going to be able to look at it, try to say, hey, here's where we can fix it, here's where we can correct it, and that's where I feel like my job is as a coach. I don't mean to get upset, but I'm not, this is a very important thing to all of us. I have total confidence and belief in Matthew Stafford, and I think the narrative, when everybody wants to throw out 6 turnovers, all of those have a totally different story, and not all of those are his fault. And this is a great team game. We're going to stay connected. There's a lot of things that I get frustrated because I feel responsible for some of those spots that our players are in, and I want to do better for them as well. And so that's why you get me stirred up a little bit, but I don't mean to ever feel like if my tone is in a disrespectful manner, I apologize for that.
Just a couple more. The fourth down.
Felt like it was a short conversion. I felt like we were getting good removal with the opportunities we had in the run game. We hung on a backside combination too long, and Amos ended up triggering, and he was the one that hit in the backside. Really a fundamental mistake on our part, not having good enough situational awareness, and we can't miss on those ops.
On the second half, it was a lot better in this regard. But the first half was third down, defensive third down opportunities, a couple short opportunities, and a fourth down conversion as well. Do you feel that teams are starting to key in on those spots in particular that have been set up at manageable downs? And how do you fix that?
I think you look at it. I think you're seeing that's a really good football team. I mean, you look at the Packers. They've worked through a lot of different things where they haven't really had all hands on deck. They had all their guys today. I got tremendous respect for their scheme, obviously, with Aaron running the show, and then the skill players around them. I think you got to give them their credit. They did a nice job in some of those instances. And again, it's always one of those deals. Let's go back. Let's look at the film. But I do think some of those are really good execution on their part, and that's where you say, get back in the huddle. Let's play the next snap.
So when teams go through
Last one.
adversity, especially other teams that I've covered, the coach can only do so much at some point. It's going to come down to the guys.
Sure.
Who do you lean on this team to step up in a moment like this where you're going to need trouble?
Yeah, we've got a lot of good veteran leaders. I think you look at it, just the guys that have those C's on their chests. It's the Matthew Staffords, the Andrew Whitworths of the world. You see Cooper Kupp continuing to just compete and do a great job. Defensively, it's Jalen, it's Aaron, it's the Leonard Floyds of the world. Looking to see some leadership from Vaughn. I think Jordan Fuller continuing to step up. So there's a lot of guys that have that capacity and that capability. I do trust that we've got the right kind of guys, and now we need to go start executing. I tell the guys all the time, I see a lot better than I hear. What I am seeing is guys that they're really into it. They're doing a great job throughout the course of the week. And then how do we bottle that up and make sure that in those 3 hours that we're allotted, we do a better job with our overall execution and just going out and playing.
All set?
Okay, thank you.
Myself personally or the team?
And then the team,
I think there's always things you can work on, get better. I think I'm playing pretty good ball as a team. I think we're playing really, really good at times, and then we're making some mistakes that are costing us in all three phases of the game, and that's kind of where we're at. I feel like we have the potential to play at the highest level of anyone in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. I've seen that in games and practice. We have that ability. But then we've also killed ourselves at times too. So, we got to find a way to play that complete, consistent brand of football that we want to play. And, like you could say every week, it's a work in progress. So we just got to get this thing back on the right track.
exactly what you said, that consistency. How much more crucial does that become when you have a ball control team or a team who has the ability to control the ball on the offensive side, on the other side, trying to capitalize on any inconsistency?
Right. You got to find a way to go +1, right? So, we kind of thought we found that on, special teams. We had made a big play. We also gave one up, and we had it offsides, which, didn't add any more points, but it was a pretty crucial moment and kind of flipped the field, got him another 3 downs. We didn't come up with a turnover on defense. We forced a fumble. It popped right to the guy. Obo had a great hit, good shot. It was down in the red zone. Would have been a really, really big play for us. I think we're playing stingy defense down in the red area, which is good. But, we got to be better.
Troy, coming into this game, Jalen said that you guys were confident and liked Raheem Morris's game plans. The 3 straight losses, do you still feel confident in those game plans for defense?
Yeah, you're playing Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers. I thought we played pretty good. Could be better, gave up a couple big plays, gave up a couple plays that didn't look too big, but they were third downs. It kept drives going. And he did a good job of protecting the football with the lead, and just kind of grinded, possessed the ball. So, yeah, we're confident in Raheem and ourselves, and I think that's one thing that's really special about this group is, the 3 years I've been here, we faced adversity. My rookie year, we were 3-0. We went 3-3 the next 3 games. Came back, went on a little run, got things going in the right direction. That kind of thing happens, where everybody in the NFL is really good. The last 3 teams we've played have been really good, but we're really good. And, we got to find a way to come out with a win in some of these games and when they're tight and against really good opponents. Disappointed. We wanted to come out of here with a win. We're coming off a bye. We were very confident. Didn't think our last 2 weeks that were also disappointing had affected us at all mentally. It was a good week of practice. Got to spend some time with family for Thanksgiving, kind of take a step back even after the bye week. And, I thought guys came out ready to play tonight. And then, things didn't go our way, so.
As someone who has contributed very much on special teams since you got here, the inconsistencies since the season began, I'm wondering if there are a diagnosis for that overall. I know every week it seems maybe like something different. So really just what do you fix this problem?
I think first of all, special teams is usually a high effort, attention to detail unit. It's one play at a time. You're out there for 1 down. Guys make a living doing it, and the guys that do are the guys that are consistent, buy in, they practice hard, they do the right things, and it shows up in the game. And I think we need to take a step back in that perspective, and guys need to buy in and be individually the best that they can be, snap in and snap out. Same thing on offense and defense is, everybody could do, 10 guys could do the right thing, 1 guy does the wrong thing, and, it's can be catastrophic. Special teams, it sometimes just shows up a little bit more, because they're such big plays, open field, fourth downs. They're so crucial to the game. We've got to stay locked in, not beat ourselves and teams, and possess the ball, don't jump off sides, be locked into the moment, and at some point we got to find a way as a special teams unit to make a play that can change the game for our offense and defense. So.
Sean McVay talks about this team having the veteran leaders
Mhm.
that needs in a situation like this.
Yeah.
Are those guys speaking up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we score right there, make it a 10-point game. I mean, I don't think there was a person on our sideline that wasn't confident that we had a shot, even as poorly as we felt like we had played to that point. And then you get the Mayday field goal, quick three, and then we're going out on the onside kick. I mean, I still feel like we have a shot there. We have guys that can get the ball deep to get to really special receivers, and even with a few seconds left, that's a one-score game. So I felt like we were in it the whole time. We have an offense that has the capability of scoring quick and often, and as a defense, that's huge. Sometimes you're a really good defense and don't have that confidence in your offense, but we do, and we had that confidence in them until the very end. So. Cool. Thanks.
No.
In settling and righting these issues in that regard, what are your thoughts on how you guys see that moving forward?
I'm not sure. I don't really have thoughts on it. We just got to do better.
What's the move right now? Three losses in a row for a team that has such high expectations.
It's not a good move. I can say that.
Jalen, do you, as a captain, as a leader on this team, do you say anything to the team in the locker room after a second loss, after a third loss, to try to turn this thing around, or do you just leave with your actions?
We speak. Everybody speaks. Everybody has an opportunity to speak, but it don't matter. We got words don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, it ain't gonna matter what anybody say. We gotta go out there and we gotta play better. We just gotta go play better.
Good time to play your own team this week.
Yeah, I ain't really thinking about that right now, but it is what it is.
How difficult is it for you guys as a defense when you have kind of a situation like the last 3 games where there's at least 2 turnovers on offense that lead to either short fields or touchdowns?
What was the question, really?
Well, I mean, in the last 3 games, you've had 3 interceptions, returned for touchdowns, other turnovers have given them short fields to score touchdowns. You're coming in on defense. How much pressure does that put on you guys when your offense is giving up 14 points a game?
I wouldn't say pressure, just because pressure is whatever you make of it. I don't know. It's just the hands that we dealt sometimes, and we got to deal with it. That's part of NFL football, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's frustrating. I'm not gonna act like it's not frustrating, but it happens. Things happen, and we're not gonna point a finger at the offense or be mad at them. Yeah, do they need to correct that stuff? Of course, and we always gonna try to challenge them to correct it. But at the end of the day, if we go out on that field and have an opportunity to stop, the offense from getting any points, that's our main goal. But then holding guys to field goals when we do have short fields, which we did tonight. I think a time or two maybe. Then that's just what we got to do. And then if things don't go our way sometimes and the offense turns the ball over, then we have to find a way to get the turnovers. We have to find a way to try to even the score. And that it's just frustrating because we're not doing that right now.
Just a couple more.
Just personally trying to understand schematically a little bit better the last 2 games. That sort of keep away game that we talked about, where at times.
Oh, whose is this?
Oh, it's mine. It's still going.
You sure?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
My
My bad.
You're good. No, you're fine. Just trying to understand a little bit better that sort of keep away game that appears on the eye test seems to be happening. Getting the ball out quick in known passing situations to the middle of the field where, short inside linebackers, things like that. Has that been a pattern you've been seeing? Or if not, you can help me understand a little bit better.
Yeah. Offenses are definitely trying to get matchups where they think may be best for them. They're definitely trying to scheme up certain little things a little bit differently to have us potentially playing things a little bit differently. I mean, they're doing their homework. They're being offense, and then when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who, Hall of Fame guy, one of the best to do it. He also has the command with his offense to be able to, even at times, just have communication with his receivers, and then they just go out there and make it happen. So it is tough, but it's NFL football. It is what it is. Like I said on whatever day that was when I did media, of course, I would like for all games to have a certain matchup or do whatever it is. But regardless if I get that or don't get that, I got to take advantage of, me personally, I got to take advantage of the opportunities that I get on those certain matchups, which was, I don't know, I don't really know his complete stats, but I know he had over 100 yards if we're talking about Devontae in that matchup. I know he had over 100 yards. I know he caught 4 passes on me, 2 slants, 1 bubble slant, and the dig before the 15-yard dig before the half. And then his other 4 or 5 catches were when we were, when I wasn't on his side or either I just wasn't matched up on it. Whatever the case may have been, it is what it is. It's whatever. It happens, right? We all got to step up and take advantage of our opportunities whenever they may come. I have to take better advantage of my 4 opportunities that I got to get the targets lined up against him, and then his other targets, we got to take better advantage of those as well. And it's not just him. Like I said on Friday, it's a whole team game. So we got to, they had other guys who played well today and had some nice catches, explosive catches, and some touchdown catches that we would like to limit. And let me not say limit. We would like to just not happen. So we got to continue to challenge ourselves, push ourselves, and make sure that we get better in those aspects. And yeah, I guess that's all I can say about that. But it's NFL football, right? I mean, they're good too, and that's the way it's gonna be sometimes. So we trying to figure it out. We trying to adjust, which we did. We made a lot of adjustments. But every play is not going to be perfect. Like, things are just going to happen. No matter how many adjustments we make, they're still going to try to figure out a way and an opportunity to get their favorable matchups as well. So as many times as we were lined up, I mean, I'm sure there was just a number of times where they thought, cool, I got this matchup here, or I got this look there, and I'm going to go there, I'm going to attack there. And like I said, A-Rob has a good connection with his receivers, so they talk pre-snap and can make up routes or do whatever they need to do to try to win the game. So it is what it is. NFL football, right?
Russell, you, the Rams were 7-1, no doubt feeling deservedly confident. Were you shocked that the last few weeks could happen?
Of course. Of course I am. We have guys that are way too good for us to be losing games like this, and losing games in a row. We just got to get it right. We got to play better. Everything has to be better, because we're too good to be losing games like this. But we're not playing. We're not playing like we're that good right now. So we gotta correct our stuff.
All set.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Jalen.
Yeah, I think like you said, we get a good drive going, and a turnover might happen, but and then we put our defense back on the field, and I think we just got to do a better job of executing and putting our defense in the better positions, and like you said, we get that momentum with a big play, and something might happen, but we just got to keep going and just correct the mistakes that we made.
That was such a point of emphasis, obviously, coming into this week. When it happened again, was it hard to kind of mentally come out of that?
No, I think everybody had that attitude, just go next play, I think that we all did a good job on the sideline coming together and just, saying, hey, it happens, just have that next play mentality. And, I think we did a good job of that. And like I said, as an offense, we got to do a better job of putting the defense in a better position. And, when those turnovers happen, I know they're gas and, but we just got to be better.
How would you describe how it's been going for Matthew Stafford the last few games compared to earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think, Matt's still an elite player. I think that, as an offense as a whole, we just got to get it going. But Matt is an elite player. He knows, he needs to be better. We all need to be better. But, Matt is a warrior. He's going to play for his guys. He's going to be out there every snap. So, we love having him, and, we're going to ride with him no matter what.
Is there anything you guys can do as his receivers, as his targets, to help him cut down on the turnovers?
For sure. I think we have a responsibility to help Matt out as well. So, I think that we just have to be more locked in. And I think, with everything we got going on with the addition of Dale and, having Cooper Kupp, and I just think, we're capable of making the plays that, we might have not made. And, I think as a whole, we know we got to be better.
And how difficult do you think just these last two games especially it's been to, as an offense, evolve without Robert Woods?
Yeah, I always say I think, Robert Woods is the heart and core of this team. He's a warrior. There's no replacing Rob. So, but we just got to keep going. And Rob, like I said, Rob was a great part of this team, and we miss him very much. But we just got to make it work and keep executing the way that we know we can.
I know you're a young player, but is there anything that you can say to Stafford, or you've said to Stafford to try and help him, get out of a funk or whatever?
I just think just encouraging. Just being encouraging to him, and he's encouraging to me when when I mess up a play, and I remember a couple weeks back, I think the last two games that I played in the Titans and the 49ers, I think my worst football I've played. So, and I just remember Matt coming to you like, hey, I still trust you, still going to keep coming to you. So just giving him that feedback back, and just telling him hey, it's going to be all right, and it never be down on a teammate, and a teammate will never be down on me. So I think it's just giving off good energy, and just get to next week and just keep playing, keep pushing.
Just a couple more.
Obviously, you lost things, but that was quite a bounce back for you early in the game. Can you take us through that 79-yard touchdown catch, and then sort of the spatial awareness, that stumble at the end, and then you kept sort of that momentum going into the end zone?
Yes, ma'am. We just ran the play in practice, and Matt said, I'm just going to lay it out there for you. So he did. I didn't know what the defender was, so I just was telling myself just keep my balance as best as I can. So, it was a good play by everybody on the field. But I think, that one play was good, but there was other plays in the game that I thought I could have bid better, and, I could have came out and did a better job at. But, that one play was a good play, but, I think there's a lot of plays on the field I still could have capitalized on that I thought I could have been better at.
It's a collective effort, too, between the entire group and the coaching staff as well. But just from a standpoint of establishing more consistency, do you guys like to feel a little bit more balance, a little bit more consistency just throughout the drives that you're putting together?
Yeah, I think, you got to be consistent. I think that's the number one thing. As an offense, we want to be consistent. And, we have shown that we can be consistent, But like I said, we just got to go back in the week, correct the mistakes that we made, and, watch the film, and be better for the next week, and prepare for the next week. And, just go out there and, execute. That's pretty much it.
For a 7-1 team that's lost 20 straight, what would you say your guys' confidence is when you look at the overall picture of the season? And I'm sure what you guys would hope would be a good playoff run at any Super Bowl appearance.
Yes, ma'am. I think our confidence is still high. I think, we got to keep that confidence. You always have to be confident in everything you do. So I think our confidence is still high. There's no one holding our head down. We just got to keep going and keep working like we do every week. And, the plays, everything will come forward. You just got to keep working hard and, doing the little things right, keeping the details, and everything will work out. But, our confidence is still high, and, we're just going to keep playing like it.
All set.
All right. Thank you.
Matthew, before we get to the game itself, I just wanted to check with you. Report this morning that said that dealing with some chronic back pain, chronic back issue, and a lot of pain in your arm and elbow. I'm wondering what points of that are you able to corroborate?
I'm feeling fine, to be honest with you. I missed some time at practice before the Tennessee game. Back was kind of barking at me a little bit that week, but haven't missed any time since then. The rest of my body is at 100%. Never as anybody else's in this league at this point in the season. So I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. Nothing that's affecting my play.
The turnovers, what can you do to try and knock those out?
Yeah, definitely. Wish I could have held on to the ball in the first one. And then the second one, I thought Rasul made a nice play, kind of as I was moving, lost vision on him, and did a nice job of driving on it. But just can't have them. You can't come into Lambeau Field and have 3 turnovers in minus territory and expect to, play the game you want to play. We were able to fight back, and I got a ton of, confidence and respect in the guys in our locker room and the way that we battled and kept playing. But it's a whole lot easier when you're playing the game on your terms a little bit and being able to dictate the game the way we want to. Got to stay on the field a little bit more. Our defense was out there too much. Can be better on third downs in that regard. Too many times we were 3 plays and out or something like that and putting our defense back in a tough spot. So, do nothing but look in the mirror, find ways to get better, continue to just try to be as fundamentally sound as I possibly can at all times, and then that usually, gets us going in the right direction.
I know you and Sean have said each of those turnovers is its own play, its own entity, but now that there's been 6 of the last 3 games, is there any common denominator in any of them? Or?
No, I don't think so. Every play in football is its own play. And, just because we had a good one on the play before doesn't mean the next one's going to be good or it's going to be bad. So got to take them all individually. I know that's tough probably for you guys to hear and people to hear, but that's the truth of the matter. And that's the way I see it. I'm going to do everything I can to be as good as I possibly can with the football while still trying to be efficient and explosive and doing all the things that we want to do as an offense. Can't do that if we don't have the ball. And, I got a ton of respect and a ton of faith in the guys that we have in that locker room and the talented guys that we have that I get to play with. I just got to do a better job of getting them the ball and letting them do their thing.
Have you ever had a stretch of games where 3 games in a row where a pass was intercepted, returned for a touchdown?
I don't know. You guys probably going to have to check on that one. I've had some tough stretches in my career. There's no question. Play this game long enough, it'll humble you. I put a lot of hard work into this, as do all the guys in that locker room, as do all of our coaches. Is it disappointing when you come out and play like that? Absolutely. There were some good things, but too many bad things for us to have a chance to beat a good team like Green Bay.
Matthew, when you're figuring out the individual story of those turnovers, what's the collaboration process like in terms of not only like what you're saying you could have done better, but even like when other receivers and other offensive players are coming to you and collaborating and trying to fix those issues?
Yeah, we watch the tape, together and talk about it constantly. I mean, shoot, I'm talking about it right after it happens on the sideline with the guys too. So, there are things that I can control because I have the ball in my hand. I'm the guy that makes the decisions, and I'm the guy that, puts the ball where I either want to or don't, certain times. But, 9 times out of 10, those things are things that I can control. And so I take a lot of responsibility and don't want those things to continue to happen. So I'll definitely look inward and see what I can do to be better in that area.
That early fourth down play call, did you like that?
I did. I love being aggressive against a team like this. We felt like it was a good call. We just made a nice play. Amos made a really nice play. Shooting the A gap, backside A gap, and getting Darryl down. So, play this game to win. You go play aggressively, and I liked it.
Your mantra has always been, after a bad play, flush it, move on. Because turnovers was such a high point of emphasis, is that more difficult today when it happened again?
No. I think when you're out there playing in the game, you're doing your team and yourself a disservice if you're worrying about the last play or thinking about one that's coming in 3 or 4 plays from now. So I try to totally lock in on the play that I have at hand, the one that Sean gives me in the headset, and try to go attack that play. Was I disappointed and mad that those two things happened? Absolutely, at the time. But you get back to the sideline, and the only thing you can do is go out there and continue to play and try to fight back. And I wish that didn't happen, but I was proud of our guys for fighting the way they fought, and I'll do everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen again. Is it part of the job? Does it happen sometimes? Yeah, it's going to happen. But the ones that I can control, I want to make sure that I do everything I can to make sure they don't happen.
Making it less, or making that make you less aggressive?
I think that comes with experience. I probably, can't say that I probably handled that as well as a rookie as I would now. I think you play this game long enough, you understand that those things happen. You don't want them to happen, but you got to continue to play. And I've been a part of games, and where bad things have happened, turnovers happened, and you've still been able to fight back and win those games. And so, through that experience, I know that the best thing you can do is go play the game true. Just try to play it true. And if they're going to give you something over the top, try and take it. If they're going to try and top you down and make sure you don't get any big plays, try to go somewhere underneath and let our guys run with it. So, I think that comes with experience. Not to say that I do it perfect every single time, but it's something that definitely helps.
Stephen has been billed for a Super Bowl run in this roster. After 3 losses, this team's still capable of a deep playoff, if not Super Bowl run.
There's a lot of football left. I know that. They don't stop the season right now. There's a lot of ball left, and a lot of things can happen week in and week out. I think this year's been about as up and down as I've seen and been a part of in a long time. So I'm going to look inward and not outward and figure out what everybody else is doing. I don't care about that. I want to be the best that I can be for this team and for that locker room and the coaching staff. We all put a ton of work in, and know that there's a lot still out in front of us, and I feel good about that.
You guys did face a deficit early, first half deficit that you had the last 3 years. So schematically, obviously, logically dictate certain plays maybe closer to the top of the play sheet. Is there like a rhythm or a sort of a consistency and cadence to be found even when sort of in go mode, recover mode, in that regard? Like, how do you find that?
Yeah, I think Sean did a great job of, continuing to stick with the game plan. No matter what was going on around him, I thought he was really just still and did an outstanding job calling this game. There were some big plays that we hit in some big-time crucial times that kind of kept us going. But at the same time, we still ran the football. We still, called it like a normal game, which was I thought was great. Love to be able to play from ahead and let our defense go out there and attack the passer and do what they do and run the football and play action and do all those kind of things. So, something we'll work for to try to make sure we get those early leads, but got to play the game the way the game unfolds. And sometimes it doesn't happen that way. And I thought Sean did a great job calling this game, gave us a bunch of opportunities to score points and just, didn't do it enough.
Within those opportunities, Matthew, just how good did it feel to be Odell as involved as he was in the 4-yard touchdown and also touchdown?
Yeah, it was great. Those were big plays. Obviously the one to Van was a third down, against the defense that does a nice job against the pass, and he got behind him and made a great play. Odell, same thing. Those are big plays in games, momentum swings, chances to get you back in it. We just didn't have enough of them. Didn't do it as often as we could have. So, I'll go watch the tape, find out how I can be better, how I can get those guys the ball, more often, and, get everybody involved and get us, back on track where we want to go.
All set.
Thank you.